You're watching Argos TV, cleaning it with Hoover. We're showcasing some great Hoover products from the great brand of Hoover. In fact, so many people that have vacuum cleaners that are not made by Hoover call them Hoovers because they've been, I think, in everyone's lives for literally nearly a century, if you're a century old, that is. Now, we've got some brilliant deals here. Stay with me. We've got some excellent half-price savings as well. So I've got to tell you now that the studio is looking rather messy here at Argos TV. We've got hair, we've got split peas, we've got... Look at this. Who's having their hair cut? I don't know. What we've got, the reason being, is we've got a pet hair bagless cylinder vacuum cleaner here. Now, this is a brilliant system. It's your cylinder style. We're talking here 2,200 watts of sheer power. Now, great size, because at the end of the day, if you haven't got space for an upright and you want to pop that under the stairs, you can do that. Great quality in it and in terms of what it does, but it's been designed as well for pets. So it's going to take into consideration with the HEPA filtration, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But having that facility with pet hair, it's going to work well with that. It's going to pump some nice air back into the room as well with that HEPA filtration. So if you're up in the market to get yourself a new vacuum cleaner, this is superb. It comes with all the tools, the crevice tool. It comes with a multi-function tool as well that is all in one little piece as well. And I'll show you that in more detail in just a second. But have a look at this, half price, £89.99 at £179 the original catalogue price. Catalogue number 406 5687. So quite simply, there's the system. Nice looking, pretty lightweight as well in terms of what it does, in terms of actually the feel of it. Nice and easy to kind of drag around. What I like about this as well is the fact that it's all foot control. So to turn it on, quite simply, you put your foot over that side there. You can hear the power. Wow, that's a growler, isn't it? Right, and also you've got here your hard floor, and you've actually got your carpet as well, which is just on the side. So we'll give that a bit of a go. Now that power is absolutely incredible. Now we'll turn it off for just a second there. Now have a look at the difference in the floor. We've taken up hair, and that's brown hair as well. I don't know who that is. And also split peas and lentils and everything else like that. Now, hundreds of great reviews online, loads and loads of people saying, raving about how great this is. But of course, Gemma's here perhaps to tell us a little bit more in the review lounge. Hello to you, Gemma.
Hello, Darren. Thank you very much. Now, we have been looking over here on the computer, and there's some great reviews for this one. And I'm not surprised. Look at the price. It's incredible. It's ravaging around about 4.5 stars in terms of the star rating on the website at the moment. So I'm just going to read you a couple of these. The first one I've got here says that this person only had this for 2 weeks, but it was a very good investment. They'd only had it for the last 2 weeks. The previous vacuum cleaner they had was only a year old, but never picked a lot up. They hoovered with the old one in the morning, then went over the carpet again with this one in the afternoon and almost filled the canister. So it just shows you the suction that you've got on there. Really effective, and they said that it picks up extremely well. There's another one that says this Hoover is really good, has very impressive suction power, and yet it's not too loud, which is good to know. It's small in size, but it can also be conveniently used by a tall person, and this tall person is 6'3", and they would definitely recommend it. And then the final one I've picked out says that this is an excellent buy, and this person loves all of the different attachments, love the rubber end to the nozzle, as they're able to hoover around the skirting board without damaging it. So there you go. That's just a selection of the reviews that I've read on the website, and you can read them yourself if you want to. It's argos.co.uk/TV. But right now, I'll hand you back to Darren.
Yeah, thanks very much, Gemma. Perhaps we'll see more of Gemma in just a second, because I think Gemma loves tidying up the house, cleaning. She does, absolutely. And she's got a little dog as well, you might have seen yesterday. Now, let's get this started really quickly, because we're talking about pet. In fact, Gemma, you've got a little doggy and you've got 2 children, haven't you? Now, we were talking earlier, you love cleaning. You just love it, don't you?
That's why I didn't wait for you to invite me. I just came over to take over.
Right, so you have a go. So we've got the foot control here. We've also got... in fact, let me just bring this over here.
You be the gentleman and move it.
I will indeed. Just incidentally as well, you have got a turbo brush with this. We'll talk about that in just a second, but that is ideal for your extra pet hairs and extra messes, and of course that will spin around at the bottom and collect everything really nicely as well.
That's brilliant from the stairs, isn't it?
Yeah, should we do the turbo head, actually?
Go for it. You change it over for me.
Right, OK. I feel like your servant.
I like it.
Yes.
You're doing very well,
Okay,
Darren. Thank
so
you.
we're talking about the turbo brush just here, and what happens is when it goes on, it will spin with the suction. So you don't need it to be powered, which is really cool. Okay, have you got that there, Gemma? So
I'm
we're going
ready.
to turn it on. You can feel it, can't you? Yeah, look at this now. Getting the hair. Let's get the hair up.
As well.
Oh.
This is brilliant. I really like this. Especially for me, I've got obviously this little Lucy at home. He tends to mould, so much to cut his hair, it's a bit of a nightmare cleaning up. Great.
Brill. We'll turn it off just for a second, Harry. So, pretty therapeutic as well, Gemma. Now,
absolutely.
Basically, the 2,200 watt means that, quite simply, you can get the job done a lot quicker. It's more powerful. And actually, if I just show you down here on the side, we've actually got a power controller as well. So if you are over maybe more sensitive floors, if I turn it on, you'll hear the difference here. So we're going to turn that on. Now, that is good.
See the difference in the
yeah,
brushes
okay, you can see the turbo brush going around as well. You see that? And we'll turn that off and you can see it stopping in just a second because that's the air that is actually causing that to spin around. And that's really good for getting right in deep down to the root of things as well. Now, the great thing about having the power control is that if you're doing more sensitive floors or maybe curtains and things like that, and you don't want them to be whipped in and sucked in, this is a really good way of just looking after that with the power. So you've got the power control. And quite simply, you're probably saying, well, how do you empty it? Is it simple? Well, it really is. You've got the disconnector here, just a little latch there, and that opens it up and detaches it from the main body itself, just like that. And of course, inside here, here's your main canister. All you've got to do is quite simply twist, open it up, and away you go. But actually, in fact, let me just show you here quickly, as we've just opened it up there. That's your HEPA filtration, which you can replace over time if you want to. But the great thing about HEPA, what it's going to do is it's going to remove 99.97% of harmful particles in the air, okay, and in the carpets and everything else like that. So you're going to get that nice clinical type feel, really. So that filtration system fits in there. That goes on top. Now, to empty it, let me just pop that back on. Have a look at this. Easy empty. Got a little trigger there. Can you see that? And all you've got to do is hover over the bin, open up the bin itself. You ready for this?
So easy.
And there it is. There's no bag. There's nothing to worry about. That cyclonic action, sucking everything into place like that. And of course, there it is. That's the brand that you know, you trust, and an amazing price at half price, £89.99.
That's incredible value, Darren.
It really is great value for money, isn't it? And this is what, you know, it's all about. And incidentally as well, let me show you inside here. You've got your Hoover helpline as well, so if you've got any questions, really great, excellent customer service there, open 7 days a week. There's the telephone number inside as well, but we'll get that back in.
Do you know what I like about this as well,
Yeah.
from a storage point of view? It's not too big, is it?
It's really handy, isn't it? However, if you do want to store it nicely, and at ease there as well, if you see this here, you can actually put the, where are we? You can actually hang this just on the back there as well.
Oh, I see, with the other attachment.
That's it, yeah. OK, which we'll show you in just a second as well. And also, the other attachments that you do have here, you've got the crevice tool, and that's all on board for you. And just here as well, if you do want to get down to the nooks and crannies, and if actually, Gemma, hold that for me for a second, will you? And of course, we've got the brush there if you are doing curtains as well. Just a little flick out, and away you go. But the great thing about this, quite simply, is if we take it off here, we can pop that into place like that to do that end. So you've only got one piece to worry about. You know when you get lots of different bits, you end up losing them, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know where ours go to. It's ridiculous. And that goes on there.
Look at that. And I love the way it's all stored on board.
It all clicks
because you don't lose them.
And your crevice tool as well. Right, Gemma, I've got a little challenge for you now.
Go on then.
Would you like to use the turbo brush or would you like to use the traditional?
The traditional
one. The traditional?
Actually,
OK, so we'll take that off.
Is this the challenge
This
for me
is your
to
challenge. Now, what you've got to do,
carpet?
Gemma, is make sure it's actually on the right setting.
You give me the best challenges,
hard floor and your carpet as well. And that just pushes down for your carpets and your hard floors. So we'll need that side for your carpet. So that goes on there. We're going to start it. Give it a kick start there. Right, you've got to clear it up. That's your challenge, Gemma. All of it's got to be spotless, OK?
You know it will be with me. You know how much I love my cleaning.
I don't want to see any dust on there.
It won't be. Believe me.
Any split peas.
No.
You're doing good.
Thanks. You always rely on a woman to clean up all your things.
You can really feel it sucking, can't you, as well?
See it, look.
Picking up the...
This is brilliant. To be able to pick up the hair so
Yeah,
easily.
I mean, having the hair as well and knowing that it's being put into the container, you got really that kind of HEPA filtration as well, popping back into there, that clinical feel of the air as well.
Yeah, this is great. We were grooming the dog last week.
All right.
You can't get outside to do it because the weather's poor or what have you. You're inside, and then you don't want to be relying on sweeping it up and constantly picking bits out of the carpet. This is just fantastic for picking up the hair.
Actually, Gemma, let me do the last bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, is this what you do at home?
If you just tuned in, look what I've just done there.
You do this at home, Darren. Don't worry, sweetheart, I'll do that.
Now, if my wife just switches on at that point, I can say, look what I did. Well done. That is looking really nice. And
I noticed there's a bit of hair here.
There's a bit of hair. Now, how did that
I
get
challenge
there?
you.
Yeah.
That must have fallen out of your hair because it's not blonde.
Oh, I'm getting to that age. I might be losing my hair soon. Yeah, tearing my hair out. Okay. So what we'll do then? We'll change the nozzle. We'll pop in this one here, which is our I'd say for upholstery and things like that. And we've got a little brush on there as well. I think we'll try that one just to be. Yeah, just to do it. Okay, so here we go.
It's nice and convenient to be able to touch on with your foot there as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Really, really easy. And again, we can actually now say that we are hoovering up something because it's a Hoover.
Fantastic.
Isn't it? Because so many
we
people
all make that
got
mistake,
Yeah,
don't we?
exactly. And it's that common name because Hoover, the company, have been around since 1908 and you're getting that real great quality design and structure.
Just goes to show the strength of the brand, doesn't it?
It does, absolutely, yeah. Half price deal at £89.99 there. If you do want to come through, look at the original catalogue price there. Actually, that's the price now in there. Catalogue 406 5687. If you do want to come through, it's 08456 40 50 50. And if you want to check and reserve online at argos.co.uk/TV, you can get your hands on one of these, maybe for the weekend. You know, maybe you want a bit of a spring clean. If you've got pets, if you want to have that nice clean feel around the house, it's great, isn't it?
There's nothing better.
No,
I like the way a carpet looks when it's been hoovered.
How many times a week do you clean up, or is that...
Every day I hoover.
Every day you're cleaning.
I've got 2 children and a dog.
That's true, isn't it? £89.99 there, your chance to come through a catalogue 406 5687. The Hoover TRC4224. It's the pet hair bagless cylinder vacuum cleaner. And again, you can see it all collecting into that little canister inside, the cyclonic action, really good at £89.99. Now, if you've just tuned in, this is what we had a little bit earlier on as well. One of my faves, actually. Now, this is great. This is the wet and dry handheld cleaner at £39.99. Brilliant saving on this one at £15 as well. Catalogue 406 5979. It is your S144 WSR and it is your Jovis Wet and Dry handheld cleaner. Again, great power on that one as well. 14.4 volts with your battery, so it's going to give you a long charge, a long power on that charge as well, which is brilliant. So if you want to get clean around the house, and I think there's nothing nicer than a clean house, clean carpet, clean kitchen floor. We've got a job for every kind of, an item for every kind of job around the house, if you like. I'll be back very, very shortly with more great deals. Do not go anywhere from Hoover.